Welcome, everybody. Here we are, the Moab Folk Festival Songwriter in the Round, which we often have on Saturday or Sunday morning, and I host it in Star Hall. And always have performers from the festival join me, and we sit around for an hour and 15 minutes and we play songs. And so today I'm really pleased to have brought John Gorka and Antje Duvekot and Tom Prasada-Rao, three past performers from the festival, to join me here in our virtual In the Round. All of these artists are donating their time. We have PayPal links for all of them in the chat, or on the Facebook Live feed if you're looking for it. And we're mostly going to just talk about songs, and we're going to just get started. And I'd like to start with John Gorka.
Okay,
Welcome.
hello. Hopefully you can hear okay. I won't say any more. I'll just sing this song. It's a song about where I'm from. I'm from New Jersey. I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. I'm from New Jersey. No, I don't talk that way. I watch too much TV when I was young. I'm from New Jersey. My mom's Italian. I've read those mafia books. We don't belong. There were girls from New Jersey who had that great big hair. Once found in shopping malls, I will take you there. I'm from New Jersey. It's not like Texas, no, there is no mystery. I can't pretend. I'm from New Jersey. It's like Ohio, but even more so. Imagine that. I know which exit and where I'm bound. The tolls on the parkway, they will slow you down. New Jersey people, they will surprise you, 'cause they're not expected to do too much. They will try harder, they may go further, 'cause they never think that they are good enough. I'm from New Jersey. I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. Yes, I would adjust. I would adjust.
Hey, thank you, John.
Thanks. I hope that sounded okay.
It sounded really good. Yeah, thank you so much. I was watching your Cafe Lena show the other night on YouTube, by the way, from January. That is an awesome concert you gave, John.
Oh, thanks a lot. They did a nice job on that too. I was not glad to have that there because our internet here does not reliable to. I can't really live stream from home. I've done a couple of the kind of Zoom things, but I don't want to risk a whole show and ask people to watch a whole show when I don't know how it's going to sound and look.
Sure.
So
Sure.
but I'm glad to be with you all today.
Well, we're delighted to have you here. And if anybody wants to see it, the Cafe Lena on YouTube did post one of John's concerts from January 2019, and they're posting a lot of large live concerts. In fact, they might have an Antje Duvekot or a Tom Prasada-Rao. I don't even know. I should go look. Thank you so much for coming, John.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Our next artist is Antje Duvekot, who has also been at the festival, and I'm a big fan of her music. Welcome, Antje. Would you play us a song?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play you a song that's about America and about travel. And I have to say, like my gig at the Moab Folk Festival is definitely one of my top ones in my entire touring career. It's so beautiful there, and I took some time to hike in Arches National Park, and it's like amazing. So I don't think it makes it into this song, but this song hits a lot of the landmarks. This country is called A Long Way. We bid our friends goodbye. We promised we would write them and headed north up 95. Into the great unknown, we turned up our stereo and felt so reckless and alive. We didn't know who we would be. We didn't know where we would end up when we headed down that road. A little food and our guitars in the backseat and that old cello, the one that would get stolen in a town in Idaho. And it's a long way to Michigan and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. And I have never seen reflections of the cleanest blue as in Minnesota lakes. Those were the longest nights of wood smoke and northern lights as we talked until the morning came. The light of glowing embers, as sweet as I remember, among the rustling of the trees. The legend of the harvest moon, sweet ballad of the loon. I felt as ancient as I was meant to be, and it's a long way to Michigan and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. I called you from a payphone in windy, cold Missoula, and then from Midland in the rain. No place as proud and sad as the South Dakota Badlands that touched me more than I could explain. On a dirt poor reservation where the Oglala Nation tries to hang on to its ways. A feather and peyote pipe, a six-pack of Miller Lite sits on the dashboard of beat-up Chevrolet, and it's a long way to Delaware and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Well, out in California, we touched the other ocean, and I still have that jar of sand. In the Arizona desert, the sky goes on forever. You've never seen a thing as grand. And North Montana was cold. She keeps her secrets frozen under glaciers way up north. And people have got lost up there in the home of the grizzly bear, and you can ask your mountain, but the mountain doesn't care. And it's a long way to Delaware and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way on the worn out heels of Kerouac. It's a long, 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 long way. I can hear John Gorka sing along in my mind. It's just too bad that, no, in my mind, I mean, we can't like sing together over Zoom, unfortunately.
I know. I was singing, but I thought I had myself muted, so.
No, you did.
Oh, good.
It was in my head.
Nice. Yeah, we'll all having to learn to sing alone. It's kind of a sad thing.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah, thank you, Antje. That's an epic trip. How old were you when you took it?
It was in the year 2000, so I was just graduated from college, and I had never been anywhere, and I drove across the country and back. And then
Wow.
I spent the rest of my life touring, and I've been everywhere again.
You really capture though that feeling when you first go out west from the east, and you're like, wow,
Yeah,
wow, what's out here?
it's
Can
so
really blow
big.
your mind. Really
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Thank you for joining us. I see some questions. I just want to tell everybody in the chat that it is live, but we're not necessarily uh yeah, anyway, somebody said it's the chat live. Yes, we can see you. How's that? I'll just tell you all that. Tom Prasada-Rao, thank you for joining us. I'm so
My
glad you're here.
pleasure. My pleasure. I'm so glad to be here.
Would you play us a song?
Why, sure. Go. One of these mornings, Lord, I swear, I wake up already there, out of the darkness, into the light. That's how I feel when all is wrong, even though I don't belong, out of the darkness, into the light. Out of the darkness, coming out of the darkness. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't really born to run. That's just where I'm coming from, out of the darkness, into the light. So when I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep, out of the darkness, into the light. Out of the darkness, come in now. Hey, out of the darkness, I wanna live like there's nothing to forgive, no one to betray, nothing left to pay. Yeah, 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 yeah. One of these mornings, Lord, I swear, I wake up already there, out of the darkness, into the light. Out of the darkness, into the light.
Oh, awesome, Tom. Thank you. Really great. Oh, I miss your rhythms. You are such a rhythm king. That is just amazing. Thank you for playing that.
Oh, my
That was
pleasure.
fantastic.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was absolutely beautiful. And we've already had a request for you to play $20 bills, so we'll get for that for the
All
next
right, we'll do it next time.
And I want to say, when I first met Tom Prasada-Rao in, I think it was 1993 at Kerrville.
Yep,
I remember you
big
guys.
year for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have that awesomely different musical. I feel like your chord palette and your melodic palette is really funky. It's really cool.
Thank you, Cosy.
And I remember you gave me a guitar lesson once, and I still have it on my phone of that right
Oh, you
hand.
do?
Oh yeah, I still have it. I could send it to you. And I sat there and I tried to listen. I tried to learn it, and I about had it. Oh, it was. Anyway, I tried for a while to get it.
Oh, well, I'm sure you could do it better than me now.
Well, I'm glad I have the video of it, so we'll try it sometime. So I'm going to play a song that actually is influenced a little bit by Antje's song, The Butterfly Effect, and John's song, The Flying Red Horse. I am somebody who just sort of, for some reason, gets little gestalts every once in a while. Cosy, do you still have the pink spoon? Yes, I do. Somebody's writing in the chat. Anyway, I sort of get gestalt things, and this happened, Antje, that video about the butterfly. I don't know why, but I just thought it's so magical. There's such magical realism, and it's just beautiful. And the first time I heard John play The Flying Red Horse, it was a long time ago. When did you write that, John? You're muted, so we won't even know. But
I think I recorded it in '94, so it's probably before that.
Yeah, I was
before
at a show.
Probably.
Sometimes I don't finish the songs until after I recorded them, but in this case, I think I finished it ahead of time.
It was an awesome song. I think I saw it at a show where you were saying, I've got some new songs, and you had some on the lyrics, and you played that. And something about, again, the magical realism of that just made me think, oh, I could look, you can go, we can go in different places anyway. So. I have a friend who paints love on his canvas, then paints it over sky blue. He says it is there to watch over and care and help his painting get through. And if you are in his painting, it is a wondrous thing. Right overhead, love on the wing. And it's been hard to cope since we made the telescope and we couldn't find God in outer space. It made sense to believe if God was there we would see, and the world became a big empty place. But way up high in the blue of his sky, Michelangelo painted that hand to watch over and care. Look up there, love, we can understand. And now we have a war between religion and science, and we paint a Death Star and a rebel alliance, 'cause it threw all the questions open wide. What if there's nothing out there on our side? Way up high in the blue of the sky, some wondrous thing to watch over and care. So we look up there for a hand or a heart or a wing. Yesterday I found a feather on the bike path that runs through town. I can't say it's heaven sent, but right there on the pavement, a bit of love fell from the sky to the ground. Here I am in this painting. It is a wondrous thing. Right overhead, love on the wing. Yay.
Oh, beautiful.
We're now streaming on Facebook. I can see that here. I guess we weren't before. It's interesting. Now we have a new Facebook button. We're all learning this brand new world. I didn't expect to have to learn any of these things. The learning curve for performing in the pandemic is pretty astounding.
Pretty steep.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to become our own broadcast studios now.
No kidding.
Yeah. And some, like, it looks like John has a studio there. We can see behind you there. It looks pretty studio-y.
Yeah. I started around 1995 when my record company started to turn on me. So I wanted to seize the means of production. So I got a little carried away, but it's I like being able to do some stuff at home.
Now, John, I love that you said that was kind of an interesting comment about your record company turning on you. So do you record on your own label now?
No. I went after that. I started out with Red House, and I went to another company, and then went back to Red House. Now I've been working with Red House and Red House Compass Music Records since about 1997 or 1998 or so. I came back to Red House.
And you released an album, am I right, in 2019?
2018, I think it was 2018.
And what's the title of that?
It's called True in Time. True in Time. I think it did come out in, let's see, maybe it was, it came out in January of 18.
Okay. I wanted to ask you a little bit, John, about your writing process. I remember years ago I was in a green room with you somewhere, or maybe I heard you on stage say that somebody asked you about your songwriting, and you said, well, first I have to take a nap.
Well, it seems like I get my best lyrical ideas as I'm waking up in the morning or going to sleep at night. So between the that half dream state, it seems to be productive. And musical ideas will often come at sound check time when I should be concentrating on the songs I'll be playing that night. But I found myself playing other things. It's still a mystery, and it's my favorite place to be. I even have a song. It's called "My Favorite Place to Be" is in the middle of a song.
Can you play us that? Is that in your repertoire these days?
I don't think I could remember it. I've been doing these since I haven't been doing any concerts. I've been concentrating on trying to make videos of one song a week, and try to get a good performance. And so I've been concentrating on one song at a time. So a lot of the other songs have gotten away from me.
Well, can you play us a song that's sort of been one of your ones in the front of your brain for a while?
Yeah, I've got one I got the lyrics right in front of me. It's the print's kind of small, so hopefully I'll be able to do it for you. But it's the song you mentioned, "The Flying Red Horse," and it's a song inspired by my first trip to Alaska in 1996. I was just so impressed with how wild and beautiful it was, and the scale of things, the mountains, and just kind of knocked me out. I remember seeing a sign outside of Anchorage that commemorated the Good Friday earthquake of March 27th, 1964. Apparently, they just had another smaller earthquake there today or yesterday. So anyway, it's that's okay. Maybe I'll do that song. Okay, that's a different. That's this one. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Should I go back to the Flying Red Horse one? Back. Okay, that's. Sorry, I was seeing. I saw a sign on Route 84, Interstate 84, for the a place called Ruby Road. And right at that at the junction, there was a mobile station, and that had whose symbol was the flying red horse. So this is a song about what might happen if one of the flying red horses from the mobile station should escape. Okay. Flying Red Horse, take one. Okay. The flying red horse from the gasoline wars took off from her station in the sun, turning her back on the pack at the pump. She jumped down from the sign to run. Full-serve attendants were spilling their hoses. Self-serve was doing the same. The manager dialed the emergency numbers. Insurance man won't make the claim. The sight of a horse crossing highways is frightening, but not with the breed that can fly. She's risen up to the level of oak trees, too low for the radar man's eye. I am not much of a joiner, she says. That's not where I draw my strength. Some of them go for the depth of field, while most of them go for the length. Me, I won't go for the hard combination, 'cause I have some need to belong. But I'm leaving this unkind of sign life behind me. I'll take what is mine and be gone. If you see something red flash across the horizon, it's not that your eyes aren't right. She's taking her place with the red-tailed hawks and the broad-winged birds in flight. The flying red horse from Ruby Road north took off from her station to the south. And I swear to you that this story is true. I heard it right from her mouth. They will try to tame you, name you and frame you, aim you where you don't belong. They know where you've been, but not where you're going, and that is the source of the song.
Thank you, John. I think that song is just awesome.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for asking about it.
I want to ask about that line. They try to frame you and aim you. I blew it a little bit, but can you? You don't have to say anything if you don't want, but can you give us a little bit of the background for that?
For that line,
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking of people will try to define you if you don't define yourself, and you have to not think too much about what other people think of you. I guess that's what I was. I think that's what I was trying to get at.
I love that, and I just love where it's so whimsical to start with the horse and then say something so significant. And I feel your songs really do that. They start by saying, "I'm just going to tell you this little sweet thing," and then all of a sudden there's this, little molten piece of gold that shows up in the middle. It's really you're just such a fine songwriter.
Oh, thank you very much. It's kind of I don't know. I just have a feeling that there's a song there, because I passed that interchange a whole mess of times. Flying Red Horse, Ruby Road. And eventually it kind of came out as this. So it's kind of it's a mystery, how the songs come about, and I just try to get out of the way when they're coming.
You do a good job. Thank you, John.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Antje, I mentioned to you that the song Vertigo I just think is awesome.
No,
and
yeah.
I was wondering if you'd tell us a little bit. I don't know if you'd like to play it for us or tell us anything about the writing of it. I find that chorus musically and lyrically amazing, along with all the verses. So I'd just like to hear a little bit about it.
Sure, I can do that one. I do love the Flying Red Horse so much. I had to mute myself to sing along. So Vertigo, it's funny when you write a song like maybe 10 years ago, it's hard sometimes to remember where it came from. So I'm trying to remember. My best guess is that I was probably in a relationship and I thought very highly of the person I was with. And I didn't know if I could like captivate their interest and if they would, you know, just know that I was slightly scared. So like it's something about like the fear of intimacy when you really like somebody. And I tend to think in metaphors. And so like to me, I was like, the feeling of that is kind of like being on a high wire. It's like you've never really been up that high. You feel like you have a lot to lose and you feel like you could lose it all and just fall to the ground because your heart is like so vested in this feeling. But at the same time, you really want that. And so you're going to sort of fake it till you make it and be brave. And because what else is life about if not about connecting with people? So it is the most important thing that I can think of. So I think that's, if that makes sense, where the song came from. So yeah, it's called Vertigo. Check. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, I had some audio cut out and made me nervous. You're on a high wire and I'm climbing out. I feel the danger as I steal a kiss from your mouth. And I will try to hold steady. I wanna make you believe that the height of this tightrope is just second nature to me. But I will break all my bones, 'cause I lied about the vertigo, and I have never been up this high. There'll be no safety net when I fall right out of the sky. There will be no ambulance waiting, and I have no wings to fly. We will meet on the borders, barefoot and blessed, in colorful graveyards with flower bouquets for the dead. And I won't ask you to promise that I will not come to harm. But when the wind tugs my courage, will you be my brother in arms? I will break all my bones, 'cause I lied about the vertigo, and I have never been up this side. There'll be no safety net when I fall right out of the sky. There will be no ambulance waiting, and I have no wings to fly.
Thank you, Antje. That's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that's from a CD called The Demise of the High Wire Dancer, am I right?
It's even longer than that. It's The Near Demise of the High Wire Dancer. I
Near
decided
Demise.
to go with an unwieldy title.
Wow. But that one did quite well for you. Those first couple out of that, and the one before, as I recall, you were, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's maybe my sort of breakout album was The Near Demise.
It's an awesome album. I can't recommend it highly enough to people. I listen to it all the time. I used to listen to it as I drove up to visit my parents in the nursing home, and I would just weep all the way home when I listened to Lighthouse.
Aww.
It's an awesome,
Back at you.
it's an awesome album. So Tom,
Yeah.
I have been such a fan of your songwriting ever since I never wanted to follow you in a song circle. I remember you and I standing at the Bluebird in like 1993 in or 4 in Nashville, and we were neither of us had been given a place to change, and so we were standing by the payphone of the Bluebird.
Oh yeah, around the corner towards the back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
people have been. I've already seen in the chat. People are asking about $20 bills. So could you tell us about the writing of that? And maybe play that song for us.
Oh sure, sure. I was going through chemotherapy this year from cancer surgery last year, and so I was glued to the TV a lot, and you know, it was the year of COVID, so nobody could see each other, anybody else. So I was down here in my my apartment, and it was the day after George Floyd was murdered, and so I was just watching the protests erupt, you know, and it was losing a man like that, or you know, just that story of how he died was just horrific. But equally, on the other side of the coin, inspiring was the protests and the outpouring of love, and you know, all sorts of different people taken to the streets, you know, and I was just glued, and I was glued to CNN, and I started thinking about the tragedy of it all. Like, man, that beautiful man lost his life for a $20 bill. I just kept thinking about $20 bill, man. You know, all the big things, you know, like police brutality and racism and the inequities in our world, you know. But all I kept thinking about was a $20 bill. So the song started coming to me right quick after I just pictured that $20 bill in my head, and I was just, you know, near nauseous from the chemo, and didn't really want to write a song at that moment, but I thought I'd give it a little attention. So I gave it about an hour, and it just came tumbling out. And so I just decided, man, I'm going to forget this unless I put it down. So I just recorded a really quick video without even thinking about it, and just posted it, and just went crazy. So anyway, here's the song. Oh, I keep forgetting. All right. Here we go. It's $20 bill.
Some people died for honor. Some people died for love. Some people died while singing to the heavens above. Some people died believing in the cross on Calvary Hill. Some people died in the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. Some people go out in glory with the wind at their back. Some get to tell their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you don't know until you run out of breath with a knee on your neck for a $20 bill. Oh, brother, I never knew you. now I never will. Oh, that I make this promise to you. I'll remember you still. So take heed, this is the body. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book said. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament. Sometimes the blood is just filled. Sometimes the law is the devil's last straw, the future unfulfilled. Like the dream they killed. For a $20 bill.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much. It's an amazing song.
Oh, thank you
It's
so much.
And all your songwriting has always been that way. You just you have a remarkable way. But that song is, and it's gone everywhere. I mean, how many people have covered that now?
Oh, 150, 160 or something.
Wow.
It's just amazing.
I saw a young man from maybe Arkansas or something who put it. That's the first time I heard it. I heard this young man from Arkansas singing, or maybe he was from, and he was totally testifying with it. And
Oh, yeah. You talking about the guy with the tattoos?
yes,
Yeah, he's amazing.
He owned that song, I have to say.
He just got a record deal, I think.
Did he? He's a great singer.
Yeah, he is.
And something about the way he sang that song. I mean, I'd heard you sing it. He's the next person I heard sing it, and that's what said, wow, that song is utterly timeless, and it's so universal.
Oh, thank you.
And yet here I am again, following you in a song circle.
Oh, you hold your own, Cosy. You do.
This is what I wrote. Let's see if it's in tune. Like everybody else, I took up the ukulele during the pandemic, and this song was written after just sort of coming apart. And so I wrote about the fact about coming apart. I've been reading a lot of, I know a lot of people reading Mary Oliver, but I'm really into the idea of not being able to solve a problem and just being able to present it without. Come on. I don't want to hear how you're holding it together. I want to hear how you're coming apart. I don't want to hear, not tell you. I want to hear how you're holding it together. I want to hear how you're coming apart. Not how you tell yourself to sit down and grow up, but how you hold your own broken heart and you break every dish in the kitchen. You spill your wine on the stairs. You threw out your back, cleaning the closet. It's going to hell, do you care? And I want to know what you are packing into that tiny bag in your dream. I'd like us to drink a little too much and agree it's as bad as it seems. Some company here on the couch. I've been sitting here a lot. I don't want to know how you're coping. I want to know how you are not. How do we break and break down to the smallest piece, the little particle where the psyche might find rest? instructive how we come apart. And I am thinking of buying a tent. Roughing it used to be something I know. The old woman saw this coming. She says it's just how it has to go. I made a little Madonna out of modeling clay, and I don't give up all the time. Just on alternate days, how do we break and break down to the smallest part, the little piece where your personality starts? It's instructive what we're learning, how the house falls down when it's burning. And how do we break and break down to the smallest piece, the little particle where the psyche might find release, the building block of the broken heart. It's instructive how we come apart, how we come apart. Yay. So I want to ask you guys, thank you. I got the sun happening now here in Peterborough, New Hampshire. What I wanted to ask you guys for the next go round, can you tell us a little bit about your writing on how being isolated is changing it or not changing it? What's happening for you in that you've spent almost a year now, not on the road, at home? Not a year, but you know, we're getting there. And there's going to be a year probably before we're back. I know a lot of us are struggling financially, but I'm also interested in whether is there's any gift that you're finding in it. How is it for you? And we'll just go around as each one does a song. So John, maybe you can tell us before you play your next song.
Sure. Well, I'm trying to look at it kind of as an opportunity because I've been traveling so much in the last 30 something years. So it's kind of, kind of dealing with a little bit of the kind of what they call the pandemic depression. But what I've been concentrating on these weekly videos since I think I mentioned that before. My internet isn't reliable for live streaming, so I've been trying to learn how to do kind of these videos where I feel like I can. It's the best quality that I can capture by doing these little videos. I've been putting them on Facebook every week since I guess beginning of April. So I've got 31 up there now. I'm hoping to see if I can get another one up by this tomorrow. So learning about that is kind of fun. Other than that, I feel like I'm gonna concentrate more on the writing, working out some new things. Put myself back on a schedule like I did, like the 2-song-a-month schedule, and see what if I can come up with so that I have a record of new material by the end of the whenever this thing ends.
Yeah, great, thank you. And Antje, how are you handling it?
Yeah, similar. I think like I'm fine. This is great. I get to be so creative, and I have so much time. But like, to be honest, like this little Moab virtual folk fest is making me really emotional because I'm just remembering how much I miss like my peers and singing together, which is impossible over Zoom. And yeah, so it's like a little bit of denial about how much I miss the world as we knew it, but doing a lot of creative work as well. And I'm excited for everyone's releases to come out after this. Is going to be like a baby boom of releases. It's going to be beautiful. So yeah.
And you've been doing some video kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I've been expanding my into visual arts. I'm making a video right now for Eliza Gilkison, actually. I like to do like stop motion videos with little characters, and so
Awesome.
working on
Awesome.
that.
And can people find them on your Facebook page or on your website? Where do they find?
Yeah, I put my stuff out on YouTube a lot, so my YouTube channel is the way to find all that.
Great. Great. Thank you. And Tom, how are you dealing with, I mean, you were telling us a bit, but how are you dealing with the sort of isolation pandemic writing?
Well, we kind of have our little bubble here at the Prasada-Rao house. My parents are getting up there. My dad's 90, my mom's 85, and so it's me and my two sisters and my nephew. And we don't see anybody else, but we see each other all the time, you know. And it's been beautiful, you know, just getting to know my parents and my sisters in kind of a different way, you know, since the year began, you know. And it's weird how it takes something like that, you know, to bring you together. And, you know, I'm just so grateful for family. But, you know, when it comes to the music, I think, you know, this last year and a half has just been like time of letting go, you know, letting go of any expectations at all, you know. And with that comes a certain kind of freedom and liberty, and the ability to write in a different way, right, without trying to impress somebody with how clever you are or how proficient you are in an instrument. Like, since my cancer, I can't really play the way that I used to, so it's kind of reduced songs down to more simpler elements, you know. And it's made me really grateful. I feel more alive this year than I've ever felt, I think. And so that's kind of a little bit of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I think we got time for each one of you guys to do at least one more song. So, John, can you play us another tune? John, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Okay, there we are. Okay.
Hey.
This is the song you mentioned, and I was able to locate the notebook that had the words in it. And I wrote the day of the March for Ours. I turned on the Parkland students organizing that rally against gun violence, and I was in Seattle, and I turned on the TV and started watching the coverage of that event, and watched the sea of kind of the hundreds of thousands of people in the streets, and the speeches of the students, and it was very, very inspiring. And the line that came to me was, "Never stop believing there is goodness in the world." And so this song, I wrote that song that day. I played it there in Seattle, and let me see if I can remember how it goes. And the title is called "Particle and Wave," because I was watching all those people in the streets, and I thought, you know, it reminded me of in particle physics that the photon, the smallest bit of light, is sometimes acts like a particle and sometimes acts like a wave. So this is called "Particle and Wave," or "Goodness in the World." Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. I see children marching. There is goodness in the world. I listen to them speaking. There is goodness in the world. When we finally do the right thing, there is goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. We need to be reminded there is goodness in the world. Too often we are blinded to the goodness in the world. They are working hard to find it, the goodness in the world, goodness in the world. You can't beat fear with fear, you can't beat hate with hate. Only love can do that. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. No, it's not too late. Though justice seems to hesitate, it's not too late. I saw a sea of people, both particle and wave, teach the ones who came before a new way to behave. I saw a sea of people, both particle and wave, wash over the world, their very lives to save. Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. Goodness in the world.
Oh, John, thank you. I love that.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for asking about it.
Man,
They're
that's my
working
new
hard to
favorite
find it.
song.
It's amazing. It's just beautiful. I'm sorry about the sun. I know I should have thought of this, but I'm in somebody else's office, so.
Don't apologize for the sun.
The sun is coming out today in many ways. I'm happy about that. So Antje, could you play us another song?
Yeah, so I've been writing too, surprise, surprise. The song might somehow relate to the songs that you guys played, but maybe from a slightly different angle. So my dad lives in Germany, and a lot of the same things that are happening here socially are happening over there as well, with, you know, groups starting to get voices and becoming, like, the society becoming more inclusive. And my dad grew up in Germany after the war, and I think he sort of had it sort of good because he was a white man of means, and he has really fond memories of his life. And when I talk to him, he just doesn't really understand why things need to change, or he's like, things were fine. Like, why is everyone making such a big deal? And like, it kind of came out in this conversation that I was having with him last summer, where he was saying, we used to make fun of Polish people. It was so fun. Now you're not allowed to do that anymore. And I was like, Dad, maybe it wasn't that fun for the Polish people. And he was like, no, they loved it too. It was just fun. Like, everyone loved it. And like, he doesn't understand that making fun of it is like, maybe it wasn't like equally fun for it anyway. So it made me think of writing a song about his type, which is the people that their time is up no matter what, but they're having a hard time with it, and kind of being, you know, it's odd because it's not like anyone's trying to demote my dad, but he feels like something's being taken away from him. So this is called Alexander. It's my newest song. Hey, Alexander, you got a look on your face like a cowboy without a steed. Say, Alexander, she gets stuck into place like a sailboat without a breeze. Ooh, Alexander, the name of the game has been changed and you don't know why. Scratch the flags you hoisted to infallible heights when you were the good guys. And do you feel just like a relic from a time that will never come back? Now boys can be girls, valor's on sale. There are no damsels in distress. Welcome to your new Wild West. Change, Alexander, it will sprout from below with the tact of a patient pond. And one day, Alexander, you step out for a smoke and the world that you knew is gone. Ooh, Alexander, you commanded the stage in the age of the marble romance. Back when the world contorted itself as your prize, when you were the good guys. And do you feel just like a relic from a time that will never come back? Like a furloughed colonel with nothing to command. In that room with the elephant before you were irrelevant on your guaranteed square in the game of musical chairs, you were never unkind or just willfully blind back when you were blessed. Welcome to your new Wild West.
Oh, Antje, what a great song.
Thank you.
It's great. What I love, I mean, nobody's written that song. That is amazing that somebody wrote that. Really
Thanks.
fabulous.
My dad won't be watching this, luckily.
Has he heard the song?
No.
Oh, wow. Well, that'll be the next.
It's okay. He doesn't like keep up on what I'm doing, so we're safe.
Antje, that's a fabulous song. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for writing that. You know, I can think of I would never even thought of trying to write that. That's so brave. When you write, do you tend to have written the lyrics a long time before you put the music into it, or how does it work for you?
No, I write the music first, actually. Like, music's harder for me, so I do that first because it's harder. And then I put, like, lyrics to it. It's like, backward.
It's a good work ethic. You get it out of the way. Oh, nice job. Thank you. Tom, would you like to sing us another song?
Sure. This is a song I wrote this summer. Well, it'll just be what it is. I think it was July, and I was still kind of not really out of the woods with the chemo thing, but I noticed on Facebook that Grace Pettis, who's Pierce's daughter, Grace mentioned a little exchange with her husband, Chris Lopez, and she said to him, "Well, honey, after all, this is the year of losing things." And I remarked right after that, I said, "Sounds like a song." And so after I put that remark there, she started texting me saying, "Let's write it. Here's a couple lines." And then I texted her a couple more lines, and before you know it, we had this song. And oddly enough, it's called The Year of Losing Things. Been losing hope, losing sleep. I've lost my mind in the dark and deep. Lost track of time, there goes spring. This is the year of losing things. The ICUs and the I can't breathe. St. Jude, won't you pray for me? Won't you help us to believe? 'Cause this is the year of losing things. Way down along this road, I lost my way. The trail went cold.
What good does it do to gain the world and lose my soul? About to lose my patience, lose my faith, lose my keys to the pearly gates. Guess nothing's safe as it seems in this year of losing things. This is a year of losing things. Well, I lost some friends in the black and blue, the ones that swear it's all fake news. And if they all think less of me, well, this is the year of losing things. Way down in the rabbit hole, that's where the truest colors show. Guess we'll find out what next year brings after the year of losing things. And I missed your body in my bed and your vibrato in my head, and all the songs we used to sing. But this is the year of losing things. This is the year of losing things. This is the year of losing things.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Awesome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great song. Without moving here, I'm gonna do a little short song, and then if there's a couple of questions, and Cassie, if you want to send to us, we can do that. I want to thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. I'm so proud to be part of your tribe.
Oh, I'm so proud to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this. I want to remind everybody that there are PayPal links for every one of the artists in the chat that Cassie's put there, and the festival itself is probably got a PayPal link too. And you know, everybody's trying to survive in these times. But I hope you'll give to these fine folks who showed up today. You know, artists having a hard time making a living now. All right, I'm gonna see if I can, I usually do my live stream from this place in the mornings. It's my friend's office in the next town because she's got internet. But I've never been here at this time of the day when the sun comes through the window. So Cassie, let me know if there's some questions. I'm gonna go out on this and then we'll see if there's some questions, or we'll have a little goodbye. I wrote this in my garden this summer after having just enough wine to maybe make a difference. It's called All You Gotta Do Is Be Happy. I thought we should go out in that. Seeing as we're in the new world now, right? As 2 hours ago, we may be in the new world. It's pretty psyched. All you gotta do is be happy. Happy's gonna get you by. Better not to make it a project. Happy isn't something you try. Oh, all you gotta know is it'll come and go. It wasn't designed to stay. All you gotta do is be happy. Just some part of your day. All you gotta do is be happy with the moment as it arrives. Happy isn't looking for a medal. He's just happy to be alive. But don't hold too tight. That's not what he likes. And then he gets hard to find. Happy doesn't really like Mondays, but he's trying to change his mind. He's gonna hang around and putter out in the yard. He's gonna let you down if you expect him to work too hard. Oh, happy, it's kind of like breathing, and it's kind of like a Gordian knot. If all you want to do is be happy, pretty soon you're not. All you gotta do is be happy. Happy's gonna get you by. try. Oh, all you gotta know is it'll come and go. It was not designed to stay. All you gotta do is be happy. Just some part of your day. Oh, all you gotta do is be happy. Just some part of your day. Yay.
Oh, that made me happy.
So, Cassie, you got any questions there that I'm looking at the chat here just 1 second in case there's a question. We got a new fan. Let's see. I don't see any questions. I think
I had a question about you're all different setups. How is your technology? How are you getting to us? It all sounds great.
Which one of us?
All of you.
Oh.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antje, do you want to tell us?
I have a Duet Apogee preamp that goes into my laptop, and then like one mic, but all the guitar and the voice goes through one mic, which I don't know. That's not ideal, but it's something.
No, it sounds great. What is your microphone there?
Oh, it's a really nice one. I should know what it is. I know how much it costs. I don't know what it actually is. It was expensive.
It's a metal one.
Metal.
It's a nice metal one, right?
Metal one. It's got wires
Probably
out of
German. Yeah, no,
Like a tube mic.
it. Yeah, it looks
I
like
think
yeah.
it is. U69. So I'm not sure. I'm making that up.
Oh, so it's a Neumann. So
Yeah.
the microphone of your people.
Yeah. They make some good mics.
Right.
How about you guys?
Well, I got a U87 right up here going through an Apollo preamp, Apollo 8 or something, and then just going in my laptop. And when I was playing the guitars, all I was using was the mic, but the violin had a pickup in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It sounds fantastic.
Oh, thanks. So does yours set up, John.
Yeah, John,
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks.
what do you got the same microphone, John?
Same microphone as Tom, and I also I don't know, I've got a guitar mic. That's this one. That's a AKG 414. Then I've got I also had it go. I don't know how much it goes through. You know what actually comes out of the interface, but I've got the a Steinberg URRT 2 interface. It's got two preamps, and I also have the vocal going through a kind of an external preamp, a Focusrite Red 7.
Nice.
If you're interested in that, that's also from the 90s. You know, that's what most of this stuff is. And I also have the guitar going through a Rain AP13 acoustic guitar preamp because I've got a pickup and a mic inside the guitar, so I'm trying to mess a little bit with that.
I used to have one of those. I loved that thing.
Yeah.
What about the Rain? Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Are they still around anymore?
No, I don't think the Rain is still around, but I don't think they make the AP13s anymore.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I have an Audio Technica 2020, which is just a USB mic, and it just goes straight into my computer.
It sounds great.
It's very
Yeah, it
simple,
does.
and I've decided not to mess with it. You know, I want to ask you guys all, because you all had headphones on, and I thought, so I got my little, I thought, well, I'll get my headphones out while you guys are singing, and I thought I'll try it. If I had headphones on, is it just sound different, or is it because it makes it sound, you can hear different?
I find that
I think I use it so I don't get feedback.
Yeah. Same for you, Antje? Yeah.
It's so funny. As we were talking about tech, my system died, and so I'm now talking to you through my laptop straight.
And so we can see the A/B. It's very different. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There you go. But I feel like if I don't have a mic and I'm on Zoom with people, I shout like right now. I'm like, "Can you hear me?"
Hey, well, I want to thank you all so much for doing this. You guys have been just fabulous. I hope you all stay safe. And I want to remind everybody there's PayPal links for all the artists in the chat, and that tonight at 7 p.m. is the second night of the Moab Folk Festival video of all the various people's choices. Although these are my 3 people's choices right here. So
so fun to be a part of this.
Well, thanks for coming.
So nice.
And I think Cassie has to end this. So Cassie, I'm going to ask you to join us for a second. And Cassie's saying thank you from the chat. I'm going to make her turn on her little thing so we can all see Cassie runs this festival. Ah, there's Cassie.
Cassie.
Yay!
Hi.
Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you for coming. This is the Moab Folk Festival office, by the way. It's Festival Central, although we have been broadcasting from the home office as well. That was so wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody did have a question about spoon earnings. Do we know about that?
Earrings. Yeah,
Earrings.
I used to wear pink Baskin Robbins spoons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's great.
I think of them as my former life. I still look really good though in bright garish pink. It's just a pink color. Unfortunately, I look good. Cassie, you're gonna have to end this meeting because I'm not the host.
It's been such a great day and such a joy. Cozy, thank you for pulling this together. And John and Antje and Tom, I'm thrilled to meet you in person. And and KZMU, as was broadcast live on our radio station. So we put this out to our community in love.
Well, we hope to see you all live in the next few
years. Let's get together 2021 in Moab, okay?
Yeah.
Thank
boy.
That'd be
so,
wonderful.
Cassie, I'm gonna push leave. Is that okay? Are you gonna end the meeting?
Yes, I am right now. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
One.